We have content
that's beneficial to the African or black community. That's it. Once you make the content then you're going to hopefully get that kind of people coming your way.
Okay.
Yeah, but wait, one sec, yeah? To have a school, yeah, if you have a black school, wouldn't it be even better to have non-black students? Because now man's teaching them. Now they learn.
No,
because like, say for example, yeah, like in the schools right now, yeah, like a lot of like black history is not being taught and yeah. But now, if man's controlling the school, and now you've got people from these other groups, now man's able to now control the narrative.
Maybe later on down the line, but
content over everything. Black people are so far behind, that those practices cannot work in it. Let me give you an example. In America, right, you had where there were black people were trying to get rights to votes, right? But what happened? They gave them minority votes, right? Meaning that minorities can get all these benefits, right? So black people set out, they got dog sicked on them to get these rights, but it was given to minorities. What is a minority? A minority is a woman, a lesbian, a person in a wheelchair, an Indian, yeah. So when it comes to people in power giving out these treats, whatever it is, who are they going to pick? Is a rich white man going to pick a black person or his wife? He's going to pick his wife or his gay son.
But you talking about us building.
I'm talking about black people are so behind. Anytime we come together with other people groups, we will always be at the bottom.
But we're not,
because the way you're talking, you see the way you're talking now. Let me. What's your name, brother? What's your name, brother?
Elliot. It's not a partnership. I'm talking about.
Hold on, but Elliot, excluding black people already. You see, Elliot, yeah. If I was to go into another community, right, that were going through challenges, and then they would talk about their own betterment. At no point will they go, you know what? What about the next man though? They'll go, that's a good thing, we need that, right? Whether it's the Irish community, the Indian community, or whatever community, they're never going to start going, but what about other people? Why can't we have other people?
What he was saying, was from a tactful point of view, later on down the line, might it be beneficial to maybe plant seeds whereby we're able to influence?
Well, he's saying that now. You're saying later on down the line.
I'm telling you no.
But even now,
the answer is no.
You're talking about community.
The answer is no.
Community, like a school is going to be on a geographical location.
I like using harsh words that make people think.
So now, if you was to now limit the attendance by radius,
I'm about to say a harsh word.
Then now,
you might have an angle.
You got the radius here, so you can't be part of this school if you're not from around here. So now everyone from around here is going to school together. So now you're saying that this Asian guy that wasn't being open with the black guy, he's gone to school with man now. You see what I'm saying? Even he's going to school now. And not only that,
it's a subservient. It's a subservient. Behaviour. I'll explain. It's a subservient behaviour, where you identify a people group going through a particular pain.
You understand what subservient is, though?
Yeah. And then when you try to fix that and you show self-determination, that people in that people group are talking about other people outside of it. It's a form of subservience because no other people group do it. We've been trained to do things that isn't in our best interest.
But that's abnormal thinking.
Give me an example.
There's a hierarchy. What do you mean? Like in the workplace, what is it? Only black people that are
collective people, man, not the system. Collective races, Chinese, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, Jews,
We are always going to integrate.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
So what you're saying? It only happens to black people that
we're saying the subject
are
matter.
subservient in what scenario?
I haven't said that. I said there's a value in having like Saturday schools. Hold on. There's a value in having Saturday schools, right? There's a value in having dedicated African or black Saturday schools. There's a value. I'm talking about that. I'm not going to having their own schools. That would be great, but I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is this for me is a part of subservience. We can't even get to the stage 2 because when we're in step 1, we're talking about bringing everyone in.
You just come back 1 week.
Black people are collectively inferior to every other people.
They just appeared.
Do you understand what I just said? I want it to be controversial. I want it to be painful. I want someone to shout, no, you're wrong. And I'm saying that black people are collectively inferior.
But what I'm trying to say, is like, you're saying that like, now, we're behind, let's shut the doors on everyone, but everyone's already up, we actually would benefit, because like, say for example, with the Asian community you're talking about, wait one second, it was not just that man are not dealing with black people, like they was actually having they were dealing with other people more than us. So say for example, so it's like the racism.
We will deal with people on an equal level.
It's towards blacks.
There's the answer, brother. On an equal level. I gave you an analogy. I gave you an analogy. When you own your own factory, when you make pineapples or a farm, you can trade your pineapples with the Pakistani community, right?
But don't be a worker for the Pakistani.
But you own that, You don't have to work for wages. They can't say, you know what, I hate your hair, so you're fired, right?
We can respect that,
and you know what, you can say, you know what, I don't, because you're going to be 1 apple for 3 pineapples, I'm not going to trade you for anything, won't it?
You have that power. Giving them the stepping stones because, for instance, in the Asian community, they started off subservient, knowing they're subservient, with a strategic plan of how they can raise their level in the society.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
That's something different. Man was
No,
talking
that's-
about dealing with
You know what's funny
people
though,
that we see
yeah?
as
He's
brothers.
Brother, listen to what I'm saying.
When you're talking about this,
bring
people that you
it,
don't
bring
know,
it, brother,
that's
bring it.
what I'm trying to
Bring
say.
Are you saying the Asian community is
Like,
subservient?
we're
They
so
know
it's not-
we're
no,
so
no, no,
we're
no,
so
no, no,
destroyed as
no,
a
no,
people
no, no,
that you
wait,
should
wait,
bring
wait,
them.
They didn't have a power structure
That's
here.
correct.
No, no, no,
Did
no.
they?
Because you saying
Got
bring
big
them.
powers,
When
You're
you
talking
came,
like I'm bringing
exactly,
them, like I'm giving
exactly,
them a
through
job.
strategy.
You know what I'm saying?
You
No,
have
I'm
to
saying
stick
you weren't
together
talking
and
about
do
school.
business.
I wasn't like, okay,
No, when
man's
they
bringing
came.
them.
Yeah,
Like, it's
like-
like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
what
like,
happened?
it's like,
Stability
say for
like that,
example,
but yeah,
yeah,
majority
you're
of them
linking
come
up
together, yeah.
your children and their
What I'm saying
children
is
for
young
your
people should
children's
do that too,
benefit
innit?
because
I'm not saying you
before
shouldn't.
the generation before them wasn't messing with you. Now you're linking them up. So boom,
Brother,
man,
it
you
isn't,
get something
isn't,
cracking.
isn't
Yeah,
just,
let's not
isn't just
exclude
non-black
them too,
people
innit?
mistreating
Like,
black
see me,
people while we
like,
do
this-
it. It's just a basic survival tactic, right? It's a basic thing that we don't practice that every other group does. If we did practice it, the challenge we go through, like the gun crime, the drugs, the fatherless homes, wouldn't happen, innit? It's a basic A to B to C.
That
Yeah.
happens in every community. What do you mean?
Yes, but it's disproportionate in our community, right?
Yeah,
and that's
but-
why we're trying to fix it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the
So
thing,
what I'm saying is, no
It's like
other
the
people
rape
group,
and the
no
rape.
other people group talk about this kumbaya tag team flex. It's like, if I come in, can I bring my next man? It's like that man comes from a community that's looking out for him, bro.
I'm not saying this is how it should be. I'm just saying it because it sounds like you're cutting off that. You
No,
see what I'm
no,
saying,
no, no,
yeah?
no, no. Bring
Like,
them.
and also
Bring them. Play Super Nintendo. Whatever.
also
Whatever
with
do.
the whole-
Have your enjoyment with
the
it.
brothers kicking man off the cliff. Like obviously sometimes it happens, but everyone that's
I don't know-
Have your enjoyment with them, but don't what?
When you think in a
everyone has
collective,
some
Have a
have a
business
friend,
with them.
everyone-
have a
Everyone
friend.
can be
Have you ever
equally
tried to think
financially
as a
But
collective?
until you're
Yeah.
financial stable,
Yeah.
do what?
people around me. Yeah.
Then-
no,
then-
yeah.
You play
Racially
Nintendo with them, but don't
He's
do
saying look
what?
after
Don't
yourself.
do
Right,
it.
no,
Don't
no,
just
no,
have
so that's the
business.
first step.
Yeah.
Don't
And
have
once
it.
you're built up,
Yeah.
then you have your own company set up.
Yeah.
You can
So-
maybe.
So that's what I'm
trade
saying.
with
You
me
haven't
and
even
I can
tried
buy you.
Okay,
think
That's what
but
he said.
he's
outside of
talking
what
about
you've been
on terms of
indoctrinated.
interaction.
No, say-
Just on a general
for example,
interaction,
And
what
I
things
agree.
are
I
happening
agree
and
with
what
him.
things aren't.
I agree with him.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Are you talking about interaction, brother?
Like
No,
just
no,
on
no.
a
He was going
Are
to
you
talk. Sorry,
talking about
say what he was
interaction?
going to say. That's important. What he was going to say.
Say when you say think of as a collective, yeah. Okay.
As a black collective, where you're a black man.
Yeah, and all of us are black, and we're thinking because we're black, we're gonna because
No,
because
not all of us. Meaning you
Yeah.
being part of black people. You have the empathy for your collective of people. You want to see
Of
your
course,
people.
even to the
So
to the
I'm saying-
other level where man's
so I'm
feeling like
saying to
man's
you-
got to put some pressure on some people because I don't like what's going on.
No, but
yeah,
what I'm
I
saying
get
to you is
that.
then how would you see this idea, for instance, of having a school where those seats where you want to bring non-blacks in could have black people in them and those kids being raised with their history and whatever benefit of that school. Do you see? So the seats you're talking about to put other people's,
what I'm talking
those
about
kids, those black kids now have to go to other schools and get messed up. So why don't you bring them to the black school that will be produced the black fruit?
That's the point. Like you see what I'm saying? Yeah? But I'm not saying that can't be the case. All I'm just saying, yeah, is man can't close it like okay, boom, that
Don't
can't
mix
be
with
the
them
other
outside.
size. You see what I'm saying?
No. I'm saying
that's
what's
what I'm
this
trying to
black?
say.
Bring who you like. Bring who you like. Really,
Bro,
literally.
when you go,
What
when
you
you go
saying?
Asian, when you go to a Chinese shop,
Thank you, like,
when you go to a Chinese shop, who's working for them most of the time?
But the
Not
thing is-
security, not
what time
security.
family?
No, the thing is,
Huh?
you man
Right.
say
When
this
you go
and you man
Pakistani,
are
who's
prepared to
working?
enforce it, so it's all fuckery.
Say that again.
Whoa,
Say that
whoa,
again.
You say this, and how far are you prepared to
Like
enforce
what?
it?
No,
Enforce what?
No,
explain
as
that.
in like you're talking about don't be subservient, yeah?
Who said that? I didn't say that.
Okay,
Go
but
on.
I've heard this.
Well, what are you
I've
saying?
just
What are you
brought
saying?
this
Yeah,
into the
Specific.
conversation.
Oh, no, he said
Okay,
that.
so what are you talking about?
No, no, go
Systems
on.
like schools. Go on, give
He
me one
mentioned
example.
school.
bruv.
He mentioned school,
All right,
not
give me
me.
one
I
example of
didn't
what
mention
you
school.
specific, because I'm having to listen to a lot
I
of
was
different
actually
people.
you.
You
Right.
know
Right,
what
so
you said,
this is what I'm
innit?
saying.
Do you have a
Right,
question?
so address what I'm saying.
Bruv, that's what I'm saying.
He's
Yeah,
not trying to
so-
say we're not
Oh,
answering.
do you have a question?
I do have a question. Yeah. So tell me, how far are you prepared to enforce what you man are talking about?
Yeah, so-
as in not being subservient
Well,
and doing your thing in a.
Well, I say whenever something is constructively possible. In the system we are at the moment, we can't 100%.
Ah, right,
do the same,
exactly. We're
right?
limited. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Of course, but-
so let's not talk about this thing in an
Well,
idealistic way as if you're prepared to live it right
But
now.
hold
Right,
on,
so that's what I'm saying.
hold on. But we
I'm
have to
saying
we have to
you're
have a tangible step-by-step strategy. Right?
Process.
And if we're not talking amongst each other, we can't execute them, innit? That's why coming together to discuss these things, creating networks is necessary, so we can have those ideas be
And
prevalent.
changing your
But that's what I was
mentality.
saying to
That's what
you.
you're
On the
listening to.
meantime, in the meantime, until you've created your own business,
Right.
whereby now you can do independent work with whatever outside communities and dictate your parameters. Until then, we have to live within the parameters of realistic
But
and our constraints.
what
Do you get
But I'm saying the
what
mentality is
Raven's
that you know
saying,
who
Raven's
will be
not
your
saying
obstacle or not.
don't deal with anyone that is not black.
Yeah.
That's not what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's not saying don't deal with them. He's saying don't do business until you can be equally as
What do you mean by not do business? Because most people aren't.
I'm saying
Most
you
people are
can't
in
get to that
employment.
place
So what are you
without
saying?
doing that business.
well, then that,
Well, we
don't
got-
work.
Fam.
I use the
Is
word.
that
Yeah.
I've used the
But
word.
so who should I work for?
Constructively possible.
Real talk.
Hold on, family. I've used the word constructively
But that's what I'm
possible.
saying. Remember who you're talking to.
no, but if
I'm going to
okay,
tell you what
okay,
I'm on, yeah? I'm saying, like I said from the get-go, for the mindset, if you're working for a member of the bloody KKK, as long as, or even a Pakistani who's racist, I'm saying to you, as long as your mindset is to know who your enemy is.
Yeah.
And no, I'm talking about the mindset.
Can't compare
I'm saying
KKK
with the
to
brother, a
Pakistan.
racist Pakistani. No,
We never
he's right.
killed no blacks, you know, bro.
Yeah, in Pakistan he did, bro.
Bro, what blacks in Pakistan we
What I'm
lynch
saying
killed?
is,
Let me know, bro.
those
I
people
wanna
that
know, bro,
think
which
that
one?
they are their brothers
This guy loves
and get confused
throwing stuff
and
out
not
there.
understand what you have to do for yourself. You have to think it. You have to understand where you're going. Like this brother's demonstrated, as he said.
Like I
With
just said,
him,
you can't compare the KKK to a Pakistani that's racist.
I didn't compare. I gave another example.
I'm just
right?
saying.
Either one, whether KKK, Grand Wizard,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
the
like,
ultimate Pakistani race, whatever, anti-black Pakistani, whichever one. I'm saying the point is that you're fully aware. In other words, you're aware of the anti-blackism from their culture.
Do you know what the truth is? Do you know what I think it is? Yeah. I think a lot of people are aware or subconsciously
What, black
aware.
people?
Yeah. Let me just finish telling you what I think.
Yeah.
I
He's
have to agree with it, bro.
Go ahead.
nearly
No,
took him out
I
with
just
that
wanted to
one.
clarify.
I don't even give a shit to be
No, no, no.
honest. That's the truth.
No, I want to clarify what
Alright,
you're
let me
saying.
just finish and we'll clarify.
Go
yeah.
ahead. Good.
See, now kind of
I love my people, yeah.
But anyways, I think most people are aware.
Yep.
Yeah. Either openly aware or subconsciously aware. Yeah. But the problem is, they feel restrained and a lack of options, so they don't feel equipped.
Right.
So, for instance, if I say, "Raw, I know that I'm working under tyranny."
Right.
Do you understand?
Yes.
But how can I live outside of that?
Right.
And I need to make these ends meet. Do you understand?
brilliant.
So for you to say, "Raw, yeah," no, some people accept that and say, "Raw, do you know what? There's things I've got to do, stepping stones before I get there." Like we're talking about, it's a
But
goal
that's
we're
what
trying
we're
to get
talking
to.
about.
But until we get there, we've
But
got to
that's
live
what we're
under
talking.
conditions.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you get what
No,
I'm
I'm saying
saying?
otherwise.
Yeah,
To your
no,
argument
No, but
against-
exactly, no, exactly.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. We can't
The
ignore
whole point was, as I said, the brother made the perfect example. I'm saying the only way that you're going to end up coming out with, let's include others,
Okay, I've got a
is
question.
because you have an idea that you should water down and dilute your black empowerment, your black betterment, your black upliftment. Do you get what I'm saying? The mentality is what I'm talking about first. Because when the brother's saying to do these things, I'm saying, look, the perfect example is here. We talk about black school. He said, yeah, but we should include other people. Then I talk about those seats where black youths could have been raised on a proper black education. Do you get, so I'm saying it's always up here first. And I'm saying, no matter what job you're doing, as long as you're thinking, right, you know what, black brother, this is our goal, you know. We're here right now. These people are our obstacles. These are our potential obstacles. These are our enemies. Because we live in a society, it's not stagnant.
It's
You
just
understand?
like you said,
But I'm saying when you
patience.
mistake them as your brother, because you have to remember something, you know really
This is
who's
one
your
of my
brother
problems.
according to
When he says
problems.
mistake them as your brother.
When you come across a crossroad and a problem, then you
there's
really
certain
see
people
who's your
wrong
brother.
with
I
that,
won't use
is
his
it? You get
language. I won't use his language because when I talk to black people, I have to understand that black people are very collectively sensitive. So I would never use that because
No, you don't like my language,
Oh,
don't
so-
you?
so-
You like the clear cut.
See some of these
That's
words,
right,
yeah.
clear
Like,
as
see when
hell.
you say like
No need for
sensitive,
translation,
yeah?
none of that.
You're going on like, okay, man's on a scale, on the wrong end of the scale, like not balanced. Like yeah, it sounds judgmental.
you're
Like
gonna
to
go
say
there, yeah, for
that
the
man's like collectively sensitive.
Hands
That's
over
not
there.
what man is
Yeah,
collective.
My
but-
thing
It's
is,
not
yeah, I
collective,
know
that's
yeah,
just how it
that
implements.
you work
That's
probably
what we have
with people that actually, if you were to really be objective and check it, for the time being, you've got to be subservient.
oh, that's fine, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
No, but am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong.
Well, so we were talking about subservient minded in the sense of you have black people come together talking about solutions for black people, and we then start talking about non-black people, including that solution. So that's what I talk about the
From
psychological.
what I understood, yeah, from this, and this may be where I misunderstood, yeah, but from what I understood, yeah, you said there's no other culture who will be subservient. I'm like, actually, no. We
So-
dip in and out of
No,
scenarios
no,
where we have to be.
What I'm
You know
saying
I
is,
mean?
what I'm
Because-
saying. So the brother Isa was talking about the mindset, right? We are talking about the subservient mindset, as in like we've come together, realised we're going through hell, we're trying to work on solutions, and the first thing someone says is, okay, so how can we help other people? This is what it's referred to as subservient mindset. Rather than, you know what, I'm actually being. Let me give you an example.
Do you think I was doing that when I brought in other communities? Because I wasn't.
I do.
It wasn't. I didn't say how can we help other communities. You see what I'm saying? But we work in an ecosystem.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Because we talked about you talked about these other communities. Like you said, that's what all these other communities do. You're the one talking about these other communities, and I'm saying, boom, yeah. In certain situations, because we live amongst each other, you say community, but there's the black community, and then there's your area community. You see what I'm saying? And then there's your church community.
The fact that,
there's different
the fact that
communities.
here's what it is, yeah. When I talk to black people collectively, we always try to find ways to then like make the conversation more complex, right? And it's really simple, isn't it? It's like, if people in a wheelchair came together to work on wheelchair problems, it wouldn't make any sense for one to go, well, what about the person who's got one arm? It's like, well, you know, we're talking about the wheelchair issue, right?
No. But if they were on crutches and sometimes they're not on wheelchair.
We're now making it complex.
I know, but that's society though. It's not always one thing.
Okay, well, no, it's not.
And this part is one thing at work, is something different.
Hold on, right? All we can do is give philosophies that we know work, right? How you implement is how you implement it, right? But what I'm saying is, it's a motivational drive. And the fact is, you know, if those wheelchair people realize there's wheelchair needs and it's not actually being taken care of, they come together to work on those particular solutions. If when they come together, they got the finance, they got the team ready, and one guy in the wheelchair goes, you know what? Forget that. Let's half the money and give it to people with one arm. It's like, whoa, we came here for this purpose. So black people here to talk about solutions for black people. Why do we need to mention non-black people? Because we are subservient minded. This is a fact.
Would the wheelchair people being subservient to people with one arm just because they wanted to include them?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because wheelchair people have come together because they realize there is no wheelchair toilets, there's no lifts, there's nothing that can help them, and they are suffering because of it, right? So they get money, they get community, they get a hall, they hire it, they come together, they've got 1 hour to discuss it, and when they're there, so the first thing goes, you know what? Let's talk about one-handed people and how much we can give them. Yeah, it's nonsensical.
Okay, look, I got one sandwich.
It's called black-minded. Let's make it synonymous with black-minded.
Yeah? And I'm thinking, brother might want half of this sandwich.
Give him the sandwich.
Yeah. Okay, but now I'm being subservient to him just because in my nature it is to look out for people. Is that subservient or is that something else?
Okay, the answer is yes, and here's why, right? Because of the context. So if you grew up with your brother, or you're walking down the street, see a homeless man, and you want to do a good deed, that's fine. But if we recognise that black people are going brother, remember, you're making the conversation complex because we are black and we are collectively inferior. And I hope that word hurts, but it's meant to. Right, now let's carry on. Yeah. So now, if black people come together, right? Yeah. Hold on. If black people come together, if black people come together, yeah, and we establish that we want to actually erect institutions that's dedicated to helping black people, yeah. If we come together for that purpose, and in the midst of that, some talk about other people, yeah, then yes, it's a subservient way. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense because we've come together for that point. Yeah?
But every time I've said it, I've given a reason why it makes sense.
No, listen.
But the thing is, what you're talking about, yeah, where you're saying bring next man from another community.
But that's what I'm saying. He's not from another community. He's part of my community because he's one of my people.
Yeah, bring him. Bring him.
I know him, and I know all of you people that I'm seeing as my community. That he's gonna bring you, man, same way, innit?
Yeah, but we're talking about institutions,
if he's a guy, yeah, I'm thinking.
Does he go through the same things you go through?
Sometimes.
Brother, we're talking about black suffering. We're talking about black suffering and the same passion. You ain't talking about black people within the solution, bro. Look at the passion you have for.
I get what he's saying, though. Man's saying, yeah, the topic and the issue at hand of black people is so significant. It must first.
Today, it makes no sense. When the moon passes and it passes again, you will realize what I'm saying. That you are practicing a subservient mindset. Yeah, because the topic is black betterment, and you're talking about non-black people, and that is a subservient behaviour that no other people group practice, no other distinction practice, except for black people. From what I'm seeing, yeah.
Okay, let me.
And I gave you, if a women came together for women empowerment, and someone goes, well, what about our husbands? Let's help them out. It would make no sense.
Let me explain to you.
But because we're black, and what are we? We're collectively inferior. That's why our people always do it. And you're not the first, and you won't be the last. So don't feel bad. It's going to keep on happening, innit? But that's why I'm here. So when you do, I go, bruv, that's a form of psychological. That's a psychological thing you're dealing with. Yeah, and that's what it is. What did you say?
I said Smells a bit exotic over here.
Whoa, that's
The
whoa.
wind's
What
coming. Exotic.
does that mean, officer? Come here.
Come.
Come,
All I'm saying is put it out.
Someone smoking cannabis.
come speak on the camera. No, hold on, let me check. Come speak.
Okay.
All I'm saying is just put it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it out. Otherwise, we'll have to get people down. Everyone will get searched. All I'm saying is put it out.
Yeah, but I
Thank you.
don't know anything about that, officer. Yeah, but I can though. Yeah, the man said he spelled exotic, innit? But wait a minute, go. Yeah?
Carry on.
Trust me, bro.
So do you get?
So for me, yeah, look, this is how it is, isn't it? Because it gets all confusing, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, say for example, yeah, me personally, innit, yeah, like, I'm dealing with this whole black situation, yeah, because like it's an issue. You see what I'm saying, yeah? But really and truly, ideally, yeah, I don't want to see things on a black and a white scale. Do you see what I'm saying?
You don't
yeah?
need to see the white.
Or like, well, if you see black, you must see white, innit?
No, bro.
But
the
one
reason why we're using the word black here is because that's how we are identified. Now, have you been stop and search before?
Of course.
I've never been stopped and searched.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know that struggle. But there's other struggles that I do know that you've been through. You
Yeah.
understand? So we can meet on those other understandings. Even though I haven't been stopped and searched, I have brothers that have been. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they've been through the same things you've been through. You feel what I'm saying? But then they're not being stopped and searched because they actually have something on them. They're being searched. Their wallets are being searched for knives. Now a knife can't fit in a wallet, bro. You get me? Unless you got the
I get that.
right. So we're talking about real issues that we have, yeah.
Of course.
And we come together to fix those particular issues, yeah. So when you say I'm gonna get a school, and then I'm gonna invite the outer community into the school, you're taking away seats for the people that are going through the things or have been through the things that you have been through as well. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So then that's where Javen's saying that's subservient, because you're not thinking first, home first, and then friend later.
But that's why I told you, innit? Like, it's a strategy, innit? It's like, it's not like, okay, fully mixed or whatever, yeah? But there's a reason behind that. You see what I'm saying, yeah? Because now, through this, like, I'll say integration, yeah, in the community, now there's gonna be more opportunities for us, innit? Because at the end of the day, yeah, we are at the bottom, innit? That's what you're saying, right? You see what I'm saying, yeah?
Collectively.
And collectively, these other people are not at the bottom. You see what I'm saying?
You're displaying subservience at the moment, yeah.
No, I'm going based on what you're saying.
No, but you already give me that dimension. We're at the bottom, they're not, so we then integrate them with everything we do in the attempts to get out. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Like,
we have the strategy
you keep
and
using
knowledge.
This word, like sensitive, all these weak words, innit? Yeah, you could easily not.
I never said sensitive. Just
You did no, but earlier you said sensitive.
Earlier.
And you've used subservient a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like, you know, hashtag subservient. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But what I'm trying to say.
It's not a weak thing, bro. It's not a weak thing.
I'm describing actions. No, but hold on, see.
No,
Hold
bro,
on.
it's not weak, bro.
It's like this, yeah. If I race and I get a bronze medal, that means I came third, innit?
Yes.
You can tell me, bruv, you have a bronze medal, you came third, innit? That's a reality of what I did. Yeah. So if someone is practicing psychological subservience, I have to let them know it's an action. It's something that actually can be practiced.
No, but you just,
if we have to make you feel good, I can say
that was true, and then something that is your opinion. Man finished third. That's a bronze. Yeah. You think that man's acting subservient? You can't prove that to man.
Okay.
That's just your idea. That's how you look at subservience. That's not the same as getting a bronze medal.
Okay, so let's identify, right? Right, cool. Yeah, we're saying that we're coming together for a purpose, and the purpose is we recognize that black people have gone through a historical challenge, and we're going to try to find solutions amongst the group, right? If the first thing people are saying once we enter that is other people, then that is a form of subservience, yeah? Because
would you agree to that?
Would you agree with that? No. Okay, well, that's fine. So here's how I answer it.
I can
Change comes in three ways. Change comes in three ways, right? As I identify it. We have the first wave, which is the idea. The second wave that people try to implement the idea, and the third wave, the idea is already taking place and people just naturally succumb to it, innit? Yeah? You have to think of where you will fit in that when it comes to black people improving. You're either going to be part of the actual idea, or are you going to implement the idea, or you're just going to be there while the idea is happening. It's your choice. That's how I can figure. Because right now, if you're always
asking me where I am.
I don't know. I would know. I don't know.
Is it a question or
that's for you to know it. But for me, I'm on wave one, innit? Phase one, wave one. yeah, come up with ideas so that black people can have solutions, and I'm hoping that other people jump and go, that makes sense, innit? But if everything's like, nah, bro, it's all about everyone, bro. I've got a man them who's like, he's from this kind of place, then it ain't gonna
I'm
work.
on that wave too, shit. Because
There you
that shit,
go.
that wave one, yeah, that has been for time and will continue to be for time, and potentially and quite likely won't even come to a solution within our lifetime. And do you know, I kind of want to see progress in a selfish way. I want to see.
So you're
progress
gonna take
in
the
my
idea and
lifetime.
you're gonna implement it, right?
I want to do, yeah.
Boom. So your wave. So you have to establish whether you're wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 when it comes to changing communities. That's up to you.
It's not as black as white as that as well, yeah, because there's different waves and different things, isn't it? Yeah. So for
tell me your
example,
wave.
say now, like with if you have children,
Yeah.
you can be on a certain wave, yeah, a different wave to where you are in terms of getting institutions. You see what I'm saying?
No.
So, what?
What are you trying to say?
So okay, so for example, you could have no children, yeah.
Okay.
So in the future generations, in that sense, yeah, you haven't started, but you could have done a lot in terms of institutions, or vice versa, or different levels. That's what I mean by different levels. You see what I'm saying? So for me, yeah, I'm on the pro-black thing, of course, but at the same time, yeah, I don't want to be fuckeries to some people that are foremen.
You should do.
I'm not even fuckeries. I want to work with man that are foremen.
And you should.
That's what I'm saying.
You should. But that has nothing to do with black men. But you should.
But see now, so that's what I was trying to say with the schools thing. Yeah, it's not like okay, it's all mixed. It's still a pro-black school. The education is all like centered to what it would be towards. So now for me, it's only going to be beneficial, yeah, for black people, yeah, when these non-black children come out with a black education. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say.
No, but why is it not beneficial to black people when it's only the black children that have the black education?
You can't see that why that would say now if it's only black people, yeah, then it's only us that knows this, isn't it? Yeah. But now if we've exposed it to other people, now they also are more coming around to our way of thinking. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then it's less black people know.
So now, why are we thinking that?
So now I don't see the word black supremacy. Yeah, obviously is not the term I'm trying to go. But in terms of rising the black amongst everybody. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's the global community. If we want to be like the people that are on top, yeah. Like say for example, yeah, we're saying whites and all these people, yeah. They all got a bit of black people.
Just so you know,
pushing them up.
when I talk to black people, I talk to black people about black things. I never talk about whites, Asians, so unless someone else brings it in.
I don't even talk to people about color like that. Innit?
Well,
yeah?
but
We're just using that so we understand what we're
because we understand what we're talking about, innit? Yeah. So this is the strategy. Like we've recognised that people who identify as black have historically gone through an issue, innit? Yeah. So we're trying to find solutions. It's that simple, really. That's it.
But it's not all black people have been through the same issues.
No, but you know what? It's not just a person in a wheelchair who goes through challenges. It's also a one-handed man. But if they dedicate to find solutions for those particular people, it makes sense to keep it there because of limited resources. They're trying to find tangible solutions.
Say like how comes like limited resource? How come you're not focused on blacks in Britain, for example?
I am.
Like so you're
Go home safe, bro. Go home safe, family, man. Go home safe.
I'm still gonna be around.
Ah, we're here.
Yeah, I'm past you still.
Say again?
Yeah. So basically, yeah, then it's not about the priority is not black betterment, it's black. It's in Britain's betterment.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
it's
then
a local
fair enough,
It's a local then global initiative. So it's like you can only fix your house first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you live in London and you realise black people are going for an issue, well, you can resonate with that issue. So within your local, but then you might say, you know what, I want to go to Africa and help there. It doesn't bother me. But I'm saying that it makes sense to do what you can with the little you have. The reason why I can't be helping the Chinese community and the Indian community is because we have so little resources. You are a resource, and if you think that way, then that means your resources now being spread even thinner.
But me, yeah, I don't deal with people, yeah, that I don't think would help.
Well, don't.
Us.
We don't.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, don't.
So I feel when by doing something where we're both mutually going to benefit anyway, and everyone on my side is going to benefit from my side, yeah. But I'm still seeing that people from my side are going to benefit from them. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm just dealing with a man and he's an Asian and then he's going off to the Asian community and then he ain't messing with no black people. You see what I'm saying? I ain't dealing with that kind of guy unless I have to. You see what I'm saying? In terms of that's the only way I'm going to eat off what I'm doing. But besides that, I'm only looking to deal with people that are straight. Like
Can you give me an actual scenario of how this help manifests? Like an actual scenario.
Well, in the school, that wasn't a good one, no?
So how does the school get built? How does it come about? Who runs the school? Where's the funding come from? How?
Okay, but if you was having a black school, whoever was going to be running that would still be running this.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is by having actual ta-
Who's that? Who's that?
Yeah. Yeah, having tangible steps, bro, really, yeah. Now, I commend you in the sense of, you know, you want to include people and they're your friends and stuff, and I do. But when I include my friends, that has nothing to do with Black Bearman. That's just me helping my brethren, isn't it? Yeah. But so that's my one Chinese friend who we network, we play, we trade, whatever. But I'm generally trying to set up situations where black people collectively can prosper. You know what I mean? So there's many things that could be.
Like same here. Like,
but as an idea,
see on the individual, yeah, where this Asian guy or this Chinese guy, it just happens that most of the people that I'll be helping are black.
okay,
You see what I'm saying?
well,
Yeah.
to be honest,
On this,
but
like,
but
if
let
you
me
want
give you
to
an example,
percentage it
right?
out,
I
it's gonna
preach
be
that black
90%
people. I
black
preach
people
that,
anyway.
that black men marry black women because that's beneficial, right? If you don't marry a black woman, I'm silent on this, I don't care. But I'm saying you ain't gonna come into a black Bearman group and talk about the values of marrying a non-black person, because that isn't what it's set up for. Because we're trying to make black men love black women because there's a history of distrust, so there's no point.
Different issue, though.
No, it's similar. I'm saying that.
I'll explain why it's different.
Well, here's what it is. Because the focus is black Bearman, meaning that if you're doing something that isn't, then you just keep to yourself. We don't have to talk about it, let's do it. That doesn't have to be a discussion here. It's just, all we're talking about is how to help black people whenever it's constructively possible. So even though you have a factory and you hire 2 white people, we don't need to hear about the 2 white people, we want to hear about the 29 black people.
Yeah,
That's it.
But see now,
There's no value in that.
See, how it started, didn't it? Isa.
That's
yeah?
Isa, that's Isa.
Well, Isa was talking about the brothers. Like, you can't be brothers because it's fake brotherhood. Didn't
I'm
it?
not
Yeah?
Isa.
I know, I hear that.
Okay.
So this is how it started, right?
Yeah.
So you were talking about subservience. There was nothing to do with subservience. I was addressing what he was saying.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
So I was basically saying, yeah, but there can be benefits. First I was like, yeah, but what if he is my brother? Like, basically, then I'm saying there's benefits. It's not like I'm thinking, rah, like, yeah, you want to do a black thing, but let's bring everyone else in because, like, you know, for no reason. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Brother, I'll be honest with you. I commend the way you're presenting it, but for me, it's just a default, isn't it? As long as people come together for a certain purpose, if they speak outside of that purpose, historically, this is a form of subservience.
But I didn't start that. It was already started before. Like, I didn't start I just carried on with what we were talking
Yeah, this
about.
conversation was about black Bearman, and we have many infiltrators throwing in their opinions. But it's if I'm here, just so you know, basically.
I've seen you before, but I'm saying that Isa was talking about the situation with the brothers and kicking man off the cliff.
Are you part of any? Are you part of any black collective Bearman groups?
And my family.
No, would you like to be?
Huh?
Would you like to be?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, are you on WhatsApp?
Are you on Hangouts? I got you on Hangouts. You're in gang, right? Gang chat.
I'm in there.
Yeah, I'll hit you up on that.
Hit me up and I'll give you networks that's dedicated to helping black people. And then you're going to go, okay, I understand what you're doing. That makes sense.
But my family is black, right?
I hope so.
And I'm dedicated to helping them.
Yeah, and that's good. And that's
So,
phase 1.
yeah.
And that's that initiative. But we want to grow that initiative. So once you've got your family, so we want to make sure that your collective community are prospering as well. Yeah. Because it's no good you and your mum eating good and everyone else is suffering, isn't it? Right? And we're saying that because of the historical context, we are suffering historically because of where we are from.
Yeah, because right now, you and your mum to eat good have to get that food from the Turkish man shop or the Indian man shop. Yeah, when we want to be able to be going to our uncle who has a shop or our brother that has a shop, that we're putting our money into his shop, so then he can then go to.
I don't mind going to his shop as long as he comes to my shop.
Of course,
You see it?
but that's what we're
That's
talking
how I'm
about.
That's the basics.
If I go into the Turkish man shop to get that,
But
it's
your
cool,
brethren
as
might
long as
be.
he's coming to
you
my
might-
shop.
Your brethren might be the shop
yeah,
next
but then
to him.
it's like this. I'm preaching black people collectively coming together to form solutions. Everything you're saying so far is somewhere different from that. You're now talking about Turkish man coming back, and this has nothing to do with the conversation, is it? Yeah.
But every time I'm not the one starting it, bro. I never said nothing about Turkish man.
You
first.
just said I go to the Turkish shop as long as he comes back to mine. I'm
Yeah,
like, okay.
but
well,
I didn't start it though. You keep making it like it's me that's going talking about these other people. I didn't. The brother here
I
said about the Turkish shop, and I responded.
No, but he's telling you how.
And then you started
the
doing
brother's
this.
telling you.
Like, I don't know
the
what
brother's.
you're on.
Here's what.
Like, yeah.
The brother's telling you about strategies of how Batman can be achieved, right? And every time he does it, you keep on finding backdoor entries to go to do something else. He's giving you strategy because you know what? This man owns an Apple shop. We go and support it. But you go, well, I might go to the Turkish man. He comes to mine, so I'm good.
I never said that.
Well, that's what you kind of say.
He said that our uncles need to have shops, and I'm saying, boom. Like if I go to his shop and he comes to my shop, it's the same as me going to your shop and you not coming to my shop. No. It's like, see what I'm saying? So now,
Well, third
like,
wave.
if you're a black business, yeah?
I am.
Yeah? Okay, you're not a black business, but in this situation, you're a black
I am.
business. Okay, so now, yeah, he's the Turkish brother, yeah?
Okay.
And I go to him, yeah?
Afro Turk.
Yeah, I go to his shop, yeah, and he goes to your shop, yeah. Then, or both of us go to each other's shops. What's the difference?
Okay. I'll be honest with you.
Financially, what's the difference?
Here's what it is, right?
I go to his shop and he goes to your shop.
No, so
So-
yeah, basically. So basically, if there's
Let me
two
make it
people
easier.
going to his
Let me make
shop,
it easier, right? Because we collectively want to improve black people's realities, right? We're gonna go shop anyway, but we're gonna make a conscious effort to support a black business. So right now, I might just walk to the shop and it doesn't matter who's there. I'm gonna buy Twix. I'm gonna buy Snickers, innit? But because I'm about improving black people's reality, I'm gonna make a conscious effort at some time to make sure I go to a black shop to support. Yeah, even though every other day I'm jumping in different shops. It's making a conscious decision. So I'm not saying absolute like everyone. You have to live in the void. Don't talk to them. Hey! I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying.
Well, I'm not saying you're saying that, but I'm saying this. Yeah,
Just putting black issues at the forefront.
yeah, I'm
of
saying
my
that.
sort of
Be there because if we do not, it's like this, right? If the majority of black people don't own shops, that means if I'm not consciously thinking about black shops, I'm always going to be shopping in a non-black person shop, right? So the only way to actually fix that is to either try to make sure that we have shops, and then when we have them, support them.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
hear that. But what I'm trying to say, yeah, at the same time, I'm being conscious of only dealing with people that I think would deal with black businesses. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, that's fine.
So it's not like I'm just looking to deal with these outside in the subservient. It's like, okay, you're from outside, yeah, you're Turkish. If you ain't dealing with black people, then I ain't dealing with you.
That's fine.
You see what I'm saying?
I
But
know.
if you're dealing with black people, then I'm cool with
But
dealing
I'm
with
saying
you,
that
innit?
when we have this
What's the-
conversation, we don't need to necessarily
you're
say
still
these things.
supporting his business at the same time, innit? You'll support his business like you
But
support
we
mine.
spend so much time talking about non-black people when then the story is how can we effectively change black people's realities, right? So we spend too much time talking about the nuances of how to support Turks and Chinese. I'm like, okay, that's cool, and I grew up with him. But really, the context of the conversation is what can we do to improve black people's realities in these activities? That's the question.
I'll send you some information about what we can do. I've got some stuff for that.
Well, like I said, if you message me, I'm going to put you to the group and you can bring it forward.
yeah?
And that's what we want. We want to do something like that and not the other stuff we've been saying. I know that it's valuable, but just to conclude, you should love who you want to love, like you want to love, and help them. But if it has nothing to do with Black Batman building, just keep it as a personal thing and just don't bring it to the discussion because it has nothing to do with what we're doing.
Amen. Yeah, but why am I gonna?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying.
Everything is for everything, innit? I don't go to my granny and talk to her what I'm talking to my brethren about.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So don't do it here. Don't do it here. Is what I'm saying. There's no
You
value
mean,
there.
what here as in where?
As in, if we establish that we're trying to fix black people, we want to have solutions based upon that reality and not.
Yeah, but what he was talking was not talking about fixing black people.
I kind of was. You came
because Isa was talking about
because you can't speak for black people for one, yeah. So what you say?
What does that mean? What does that mean again?
You can't speak for black people. You can only speak for your own self.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But the context of what we're saying is how to find solutions for black people.
But what I'm trying to say, yeah, what he was saying, yeah, was Isa. Sorry.
Well, he's not in, hasn't he? He's gone doing
But
his stuff.
that's what I was talking about.
All right, fair dues.
You know, don't stay.
But only he can defend his angle and stuff. But I'm making it very clear in that, yeah? Black people being dedicated to helping black people because black people need help is a very important thing. Yeah, and if we don't do it, it won't get done. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So I'm not only for that.
I've said three waves. Yeah.
Practice that.
I've said 3 waves. The idea wave, the implement wave, and then just the wave has already happened. Yeah, 3 waves. You have to establish which you want to be.
I'm
Yeah.
already on 2.
Well, there you go. So then we're good. Then that's where we want to be. Yeah. I'm gonna get a message from you
It
soon.
can be more than one wave though.
Yeah, it could be
that's
in
You
different.
could probably even be on all 3 waves.
Yeah,
including the one that ain't doing shit.
Yeah, in different activities, isn't it? On different activities you can be in it. But what I'm saying is, the only gift I'm trying to say is if you walk away thinking I'm going to be constructively trying to benefit black people's realities, I'm going to make a conscious effort, then you will see a change. But if you don't make a conscious effort, all other people will benefit because they are in better positions collectively at the moment. Yeah? And I gave you the analogy of walking down the street and going to a random shop. The chances are it's not owned by a black person. Right? So that means black people are not benefiting from your purchase. But if you go to, say, Jewish community, they make sure that their money circulates 7 times before it leaves, or even more, I can't remember, right? So I'm
13.
saying 13, there you go, right? So I'm saying is these are the realities that to build better tomorrows for our quote-unquote people, right? Yeah? And once we grow, then you see all other things changing, innit? Because we're on our own institute, so we can release movies and books and so forth that gives a better narrative about our struggles and our stories.
I agree with what you're saying. It's this, like I'm saying, innit? I don't think we can really continue because it was mainly about what he was saying. Because my the brother here, what's his name, Big Ads or whatever, like my man, if he's walking down the street,
guy.
you can see that he's gonna go in a black shop and feel no way about it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
A Pakistani guy.
Yeah. My man, that was.
I don't know if we can say that, bro. But
from my experience dealing with him, innit, yeah?
Okay.
In the times that I've met him, innit, yeah? That's how he comes across, innit? So, and if he's not like that, then I would only be talking about someone that I know anyway in that instance.
Yeah,
what you say now? What?
Oh,
You can ask him, yeah? I was saying, yeah, you seem like a guy that would sponsor black businesses.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying,
definitely.
yeah?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
would you go into a black shop?
I go into black shop all the time, bro. I support all my local businesses.
I was seeing. You know what black shops around Forest Gate?
Well, you get all the like shops with the natural fruit outside. I mean, it's like a little. It's not off license, but they have like everything, like a crisps and all those kind of things. So sometimes if I want a chocolate or a drink, I go and pass through there. You get me? Or if I want some fruit, I pass through about that.
Well, I hear what you're saying. Like, I'm not anti what you're saying. I'm actually pro what you're saying.
Well, I'm going to receive your text, so I know. You got my number.
Why do this? Like, get me? Why talk to man like that? You could have just been like, cool, but man's like, yeah, I know. You're gonna.
No, but I'm sincere. I'm sincere.
But you're not talking sincerely, bro.
Well, you said that you're pro, and I'm saying, bro, we've established before you said that we're gonna network, right?
Are you confirming it with me? Are you reconfirming it? Because I already said that we're going to link and I'm going to send you a text. So why? So if you're sincere, why? It's like now.
So, bro,
you're not sure.
Do you honestly think I'm? So, have you ever seen me before speak?
Yeah.
Do you honestly think I'm someone who's going to practice deception towards black people and black men on building?
I'm not saying you're being deceptive. I'm saying
Are you
you're being
saying why you
condescending.
reconfirming?
Like, you see what I'm saying?
Something
the way
that
you're
we've
talking.
already
I'm agreeing. I agree. I know because of the bill we've had, innit? I agree with the statement, and I know that because we've had that bill.
Alright, fair enough, innit? I'm just showing you that I wasn't really feeling how you dealt with it. That's all I'm saying.
I apologize if I ever do anything that makes you feel less, right? This isn't what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, you did it. Look, feels less. I didn't feel less. I just didn't like it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Subservient,
submissive, less.
If I've ever said something that makes you feel away in any way, I apologize, right? Because that wouldn't be my...
But do you understand what I'm saying, though? Like, even with that, just makes me feel less. When I never said anything about less.
Okay. Well, what word should I use just to
feel away?
Feel away, yeah? Yeah. If anything makes you feel away, let me know. Yeah. We're going to talk. Get home safe, man.
Guiding a new generation.
Yeah, so bro, on level, yeah? Like I said, we can meet outside and talk. Yeah, get him safe, man. Get him safe, right? We can talk in it. But if I apologize, innit? Because you know that wouldn't be my strategy, innit? But, bruv, the thing is, I'm so straight with my words that I know I will cut some people in some ways. But that, get him safe, man. Make sure.
I don't get cut by words, bro.
Well, good, because
I have seen, from this conversation, I can see that. But, yeah, it's not. I think that's just a misunderstanding of understanding.
There could be a speaking difference. I've gone through a lot today. Yeah.
But as dealing with black people and being on black betterment and that, I feel like it's something that is important. Like, you need to be able to talk to people in a way that they're gonna receive what they're saying. Because me, now, innit, I'm more mature, innit. But previously, I would have been in a situation where man's talking like that. I would have just like switched off. I would have logged off the chat.
Yeah.
Man would have been like, rah. And you don't know what kind of else that man could be to whatever you're doing. And man's part of what you're trying to do. So man needs to talk in a way that is.
No, I agree with you. Yeah. And maybe that'd be your job. Maybe your job would be find a way to communicate to those who think most like you. Does that make sense? So with me, I come from a community where people think a certain way, and because I understand it directly, I have to reform my way. Like, for example, I was like a joker, eccentric, always cussing people all the time, right? But I realized that I can't do that when I'm having civilized debates or I'm going to certain community. So I have to structure myself in a more constructive way. But that might not necessarily work against the community you come from, where it might actually benefit whatever style you're talking about works better. So if you're part of joining this Black Berman thing, you would have to be the person to go and deliver that information to them in a way they can understand. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can't talk to no man. I can't talk to no man about being stopped and searched because I've never been stopped.
There you go. Yeah.
But I mean, like, I've been through it, but it's not something that I can go and talk to him about. It's just like, boy.
But you can though. You can meet him on that. You get me? You can say to him.
I'm not the guy to talk about that. Me, I'm not pro stop and search. I'm not pro stopping.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not pro that either. But you can talk to a man and say, I've been through the same experience. This is like when the police officer came over, you was like,
Come on, you know, innit, yeah? There's nothing to talk about, innit? And stop and search, yeah? Really and truly, unless man's got some kind of loophole that's gonna save man in the situation, there ain't nothing to talk about, you know?
Well, that might be something to talk about.
I can't tell, yeah, but I don't have that.
Well, for example, here's a dynamic, right?
Well, maybe another man does.
Let me explain.
Because I'm not in a situation. Certain man end up getting killed.
Here's the thing, right?
You get me?
So I've grown up and police have been stopping searching me, but I've changed how I interact with police. So when they were there, I was like, come on the camera, let's talk, because I'm used to talking to police, right? So I will actually show here's how I talk. But obviously you might not talk to police in that way. Huh?
I'm lying.
If you man are doing bait, so I don't do bait things.
I'm not doing bait things either. But I don't want to bring that on.
What I'm saying, the man.
know who's doing.
I don't want the dialogue
what I'm
to
saying
come around here, innit? Just go that way. Everyone here is safe.
The brothers already here infiltrating, shouting about fruity smells.
But how he's talking,
Do you know what I mean?
he just wants to say what he's going to say and he's going to go.
Yeah.
If it was something else, that's what I'm saying. Man can tell what it is already. If it was something else, it would have been something else already. So I just want him like, okay, let him finish talking and he's going to go.
But this is a different mindset, because with a man like me, right, because of how I present myself, I'm always happy to, if a man has said a statement that I think is a bit sideways, like we're here discussing Black men, you're talking about fruity smells. No one is on camera doing no fruity smells, exotic smells, whatever it is, I'm like, come brother, explain that. Come from the shadows and explain that for the people at home to see. And I'm like, and I will talk to them in a way. But that's just me, innit? You're like, man, I don't do that.
No, but you wasn't really being aware of what was going on though, because what you ended up could have been the total opposite of what you was trying to do, because you were trying to show something and you could have showed something else.
Well, like I said, that would be for me to handle how I handle, because like I said, this is my experience,
Wouldn't
innit?
have been Black Batman, trust me.
Well, the Batman I would have seen is
have no exotic things.
yeah, and I'm not always gonna search. I ain't got no exotic things on me, bro. And if you man did, that'll be your time to shift, innit? Yeah, that'll be your time when I'm distracted, man, innit? Right? But I ain't got no exotic stuff on me, innit? Right? But I will show Black people how they can conduct themselves when talking to the officers and stay in power.
I get what you're saying, yeah. I get what you're saying, yeah. But I get what he's saying.
No, I get it,
And what's interesting as well, though, yeah, is I could argue now that was subservient. Oh yeah, please come, officer, come and check on my thing and you dig.
Let's unpack it. Let's unpack it, innit? Let's unpack it though, yeah? Smart man, you get me? So, hey! Yeah? But what I'm saying is...
Please come on my thing,
So what I'm saying is, this brother, but this is the point we're saying, right? You were talking about stop and searches and like reacting the way we get killed, innit? I'm trying to show our people that you don't have to be angry and he-man, but you can conduct yourself in a constructive way and expose the prejudice that the people are having. But we never got time to see it, innit? That was good TV, we stopped.
If you stop, and you allow the search, you never know what's going to happen.
No, man can search me all day long. What I'm saying is, I'm going to talk to him like, brother, you made a statement, and I want to know where that statement comes from.
You saying man can search you all day long, that sounds subservient. You see what I'm saying? Because me, and we're not looking to get stopped and searched, especially without like some
First of all, there's nothing we're doing. But there's nothing we're doing. What are we doing to identify that?
Can I stop and search you?
No one touched me, bro. Yeah?
That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, this will be on camera, bro, innit? There needs to be proof that a man like me is doing
authority to search you.
No, bro. I gave the brother a opportunity to come and explain his fruity of why he would come to a civilized debate amongst the brothers talking about exotic smells, innit? That was me exposing their prejudice, right? A potential prejudice, right? That was a strategy. Yeah, that's what it is. But no man's gonna start doing all the thing there. I'm like, yeah, go on, officer. Ain't gonna work that way, innit? Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like, come on. Yeah.
But you know, if that would have happened, then there would have just been another.
But that would have been good TV. That would have been good TV.
Did you answer my question, though?
What was that?
Was that subservient or not?
No, it wasn't subservient.
No, it weren't.
Was it what to try to expose man on camera? That wasn't
Was that what
subservient.
you was doing, yeah?
But we never got a chance to see it, did we? Because I said, bro, come say what you're saying. Come from the shadows. And he goes, don't do it. Run. I was like, cool. I'll go for the narrative, innit? Because if the brother says no, for all I know, the brother's doing something that he doesn't want a certain man around. I'm like, you know what, boom. So I'm like, cool. But naturally, if a police ever comes to me and says anything, I go, come talk to the police, innit? Come tell me what you think it is, and I'll tell you what it really is.
And is that subservient?
The community.
No,
You have to do that.
What I have to expose
you
the
have to
person.
have that dialogue.
Yeah, I show vocal power. Vocal power.
Answer my question.
There's the answer.
You have to have that dialogue.
Yeah, vocal
with the
power.
police
Yeah,
officer.
vocal
You
power.
have
To show, if it's on camera, to show.
Because we need to be demonstrating something.
Vocal power.
You understand? So really, what you're doing is standing under when actually there's another alternative, and that's what we're not displaying.
Because
today.
you're recognizing,
what's the other
you're
alternative?
recognizing that you need to address him, innit? That's what you're recognizing, that he needs to be addressed.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is,
I gotta agree with that still.
yeah,
You get me? But I hear what you're saying, Reeves.
yeah.
But all I'm saying is, in life, there's so many layers that we're
Yeah,
gonna
we know
find
this.
times
Yeah,
that we're gonna
yeah,
be subservient until we get to that goal that we can say, blood, you know what, from we're out here.
But remember, when we say subservient, we are talking about subservient-minded, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but you might not realise. See,
Maybe.
I picked up on that as being subservient.
Well, maybe.
Because if we was properly positioned, man could be like, bro, you need to step back. This ain't your jurisdiction.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, but like I say, until these things play out,
of
we
course,
don't
we
know,
can't
innit?
do that, we can't.
Yeah. Because like I said, I talk to when I walk down, I see police abusing their power towards the youth or whatever. I step in it, and I can talk with authority and dominance because
Do you step in a way that is limitless, or do you step in within your boundary?
I step in to represent the misjustice that's been placed
Within boundary.
Well,
Let's not hide it. I mean, you know where your boundary is. You know that line you can't cross. I'm talking about the police can strangle someone. Remember that video we did in front of you, and you know what you cannot do.
Yeah, but
let's be
but what I'm
honest,
saying,
though.
we're in a system where that's rare. What I'm saying, within that system,
Rare.
you can you know this, right? We're in a system where this is why we're trying to get better, because we don't have that greater power. We don't have a police force. We can go, let me ring the black protection force to stop us from being beaten, right? So all we can use the law against them, innit? Yeah, and use technology.
That's not all we can do. That's the represented version of what we can
Okay.
do.
That's
There are
subservient, though.
alternatives,
Trying to
and
use
not
their
everyone
law,
lives under.
please
Just like you said, the
convict this
Jews.
guy.
The Jews don't live under that.
No.
Do you understand? They don't live under that.
You know what? Slightly, baby. I don't even interject, but you know what? Yeah, I can kind of agree with what the brother's saying. Yeah.
I'm ready to
Come
say
in,
your
come
argument.
in, brother. Come
no
in.
camera thing.
Oh, see,
yeah,
yeah.
You get me? But basically, like, if I say so much people talk about if I see the police doing this stuff and whatever, shit goes down and man are just talking about you get off him or allow it or what are you doing? Jumping in,
You've taken it somewhere from. So one said,
and you get me? Like, I'm not just talking about wrong or right for that. I'm just saying that when people say that and then over and over again and see that when it comes down to it, no one does that.
But no one's describing that scenario. Hold on, fam. No one's describing that scenario.
I saw one time there when a guy's missus bust out the feds and he got away. That was
Well, there you go. But I'm not even saying that, right? What I'm saying is, we were talking about where you conduct yourself, right? And what part of that is knowing the law that they're trying to enforce, right? But also is trying to conduct yourself in a way. Well, it's like this year. When you're,
if you don't agree with it and then you're still working within it, is that not subservient?
Well,
And that's what you're displaying to the new generation.
Hold on.
Yeah.
When you're at war, right? When you're at war, right? You might get a person who goes on the other side and pretends to be
The spook.
right. So that is a strategy. It's a good film, right? So what I'm saying is these are strategies, isn't it, right? Right. But we have to understand that collective as a people, we're not in a power position, right? Right. So at some point, we are disadvantaged, isn't it? Right. So there has to be strategies, and currently one of the strategies we can apply is by conducting yourself. You can conduct yourself very well, and you still get busted up by the police, right? But I'm saying we can try to minimize it within what we do know, yeah? And that's what I can display.
Come take over everything from your humanity.
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
It's not a get out of jail free card, because I must have my head busting it. But I'm saying I would prefer to see my younger brother behave in a certain way when he stopped than the other way, because from what I've seen, certain ways are more likely to get his head bust, isn't it? And that's my main concern. Yeah? And it isn't begging, it's like knowing the law of what they're trying to enforce and knowing how to conduct yourself, right? And passers by to film stuff, yeah? You know, trying to get evidence so we know who's doing it.
All right, let me be direct about this.
Go ahead.
Is to live under a law, yeah, that